Okay, here we go. Let's do this. Here's my song right here. It's called "Run" by Harrison Storm. It is the song that I'm going to cover, and I showed you some of the equipment that I have to work with. You have what you have at your house, or you can get a friend to loan you a guitar or something if you want. Or if you want to have somebody record on their GarageBand and send you the file, you just need to send them something to play along to. And when they play, however they record, they need to have headphones in so that they don't record the sound of whatever it is that you are having them play to. So I'm going to play all the parts to this song, and I'm going to mainly do the setup right now and show you how we're going to set up a um, a brand new song from scratch. So here we go. We're going to go down to GarageBand, open that up. It usually opens with your last project that you had open. Joshy was my last project. Yeah, we were messing around with that. Okay, I'm going to go File, Close, and it should bring up the empty project or new project. Now, this is super, 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 super important right here, is that you want to start out with as much as you can on the right tempo. So if you can find out the key of the song, and if you can find out the tempo of the song and the signature, that's huge for you. So I know that this song is in the key of E, so I'm going to go key signature E. I know it's 4/4. I know it's E major, and the tempo I actually know is 170 because I did a tap tempo with it. There's different ways. Let me look in here to see if I can also do a tempo thing. And I'm going to go empty project. Click that. If you know the tempo, if you know the key, E, and if you know, yeah, all that stuff. And then my input, I'm just going to go ahead and leave everything. So it says input device. It says system settings, and then I've got a bunch of stuff I can choose. Yeah, I'm going to just use my system settings for now and my output system settings as they are. So hit choose. It's going to open, and it's going to ask you what you want in there first. There's a couple things you can put in. One of the most important things when you're making your project is you want your project to be to a grid. You want it to really stick to a grid. I know there's people who just like freestyle and play and jazz and different things like that. There's a real ebb and flow to the tempo, but try to pick a song that is more modern, like that's been written since probably the 80s, that's on a click, that is going to be easy for you to work with. There's a lot of reasons why. It'll help you with your delays. It'll help you with your if I have a really good chorus on chorus 1 and I just can't seem to get it right again, I can copy and paste all the choruses together. So give that a try. I'm going to start off with just a software instrument, and I'm going to hit create. It's going to bring up the keyboard. So I'm just going to leave that for now. That's fine. And I'm going to close out the drawer, close out the special, features. Hopefully I can keep myself down here in the corner. Okay, I want to put my song into this project. The grid is set up here. Let me tell you a couple of the features here real quick. Really all you're going to have for stop and start, just return will take you back to 1. Spacebar is going to start it. Spacebar is going to stop it. Return's going to go back. C is going to turn on the cycle. and it's going to loop through. The click right here is off and on if you need the click. If you're recording, let's say I'm recording right here, turn on the keys. If I'm recording and I have the 1, 2, 3, 4 and I have the click on, I hit R to record, and it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 and then start recording. And so here we go. So it'll loop back around, and then if I keep playing, it'll keep recording whatever I just was playing over and over and over, and it'll, I get as many tries as I want. So again, double click this region, and it opens up the editor down here. Pull this guy up, click anywhere, Command A, select all. You can quantize the notes. It does 16ths, so this is one bar here from 1 to 2. So you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 beats within each bar here. So from 1 to 2, you're going to have 16 beats in that little section there. So if my notes are within a 16th of everything, go ahead and click 16th and hit quantize. If I did not, if I did not get that within a 16th, maybe do 8th notes. That looks better actually. So right here, the first note hits on 1, and then 2 and 2.5 here, and then can actually drag this out, can trim that up. Everything looks like it's starting where it needs to go. So here I'm going to play it with the space bar. So I've got a little loop going there. All right, now I want to start getting my real song in there. There's a couple really kind of important things. This program does not have, I'm going to close this out, does not have markers. This program has arrangements. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to take your song, and here's my song. I'm going to drag it into the very beginning or into this gray area. Let go. It's going to process it. It's going to throw it in there. And you can see, because I've already kind of worked ahead, you can see that my song is like right on the grid. It's actually perfect. Look at that. Wow. Okay. So, and you can almost see like every beat in there is on there. So here's my song. I'm gonna let it play for a second. You can kind of hear it. Take the beat off. I got a text message right there. It's always going to be there on this one.
Lost and broke, I feel like we can't get anywhere. Enough to feel like leaving. Hopeless, but I know that this can't.
So on my actual recording, I actually recorded the click track all the way through. I kind of like it actually, because it puts the click. I mean, you see the click on every beat, so I know I'm right on with that. Actually, I don't know. I might start doing that from now on. Okay, my whole project is on there. You can see the whole thing. Now, I'm going to drop this on the top. This is my reference track. This is the track that I'm always going to go back to, and I'm going to listen to my version, and then I'm going to listen to their version. I'm going to listen to my version, their version, and I just want I want it to sound like their version. I want it to sound like a professionally produced song. So that's my reference for tonal qualities. I might put another one in that doesn't have the clicks on it. But as I'm setting up, I'm going to go into the smart controls, and for this track, I want to go to the plugins, and I want to show you something that you might need. So down here is the plugins. If I click on, please tell me you have it. Oh, they don't have it. That's lame. Okay. So I got my tempo in Logic, and they have something called metering. It's right here, right before modulation. The metering will actually find the beat for you, and it'll tell you exactly what your BPM is. If you don't have it, you can look it up. Usually you can find the BPM online somewhere. It'll tell you what the BPM of your song is. If you're doing an original song, then do an original song. But yeah, so for me, I'm not able to actually do any kind of metering. So I need to know the tempo ahead of time, the key, signature, and then here we go. So first thing that I would do is you always want to put yourself in the best place as a producer to work quickly. So this is my reference. This is what I'm going to be working from. And from here on out, I want to know what each one of these sections is. I can see it gets bigger waveforms here, and it gets quieter here, it gets bigger here, it gets quieter here. So if you go up to View, and that's a lie, if you go to Track, and you go down to Show Arrangement Track, that is where you're going to make an arrangement for this project. And I'm going to show you how to do that. We're going to listen to the song, and as the song plays, I am going to mark out an arrangement. So the intro, this is actually the intro. It's going to do 8 bars. Let's see if it's the right length. So for me, it starts on 13.
Lost and broke, I feel like we
so this is verse 1.
Enough to feel like leaving. Hopeless, but I know
so it's going to do another 8 bar.
This can't be everything. We don't need this heartache. We could break away if you really.
So right here, it comes in, the verse starts.
Lost and broke, I feel like we can't get anywhere. Enough to feel like leaving.
And then it's going to go all over, and so it went 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to go through another 4, and then right here, I'm going to hit the plus button again. And this isn't the chorus. You can rename it. This is the I don't know, pre-chorus. Let's hear it. Actually, this is the chorus.
Hard to keep the pace when you're staring at the sun. Let's hide away from it. Try to escape from it. Let's hide away if you really want to run.
This is a break right here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out. So this is where I'm out, just in one bar there. And this was another song that I started recording after that. Okay, so that's my whole song. I'm going to trim it in there. I'm going to view it up so I can see the whole thing. And now, as you can see, we have our intro, our verse, our chorus, the first break, and then a verse. You could call it verse 2 if you want to say verse 1, verse 2. You can, or you can just leave it like that. The bridge is in 3 sections. This is like bridge A, B, and C. The choruses are all. This is just 2 choruses, so those would be labeled chorus 1 and chorus 2. Now I've got my song ready for me to go. One of the most important things is to just listen through your song and try to hear all of the different parts and pieces of it. So I'm going to pause here for a second, and I'm going to set up the guitar, and then I will I'll come back to you. Okay. So in this song, I'm playing it through headphones now. You won't be able to hear it, I don't think. I hope not. So there's an electric guitar. There's like a drum beat that I'm going to simulate and I'll do in GarageBand. There's claps. There's an acoustic guitar. There's a bass. There's some like string sounds that I will put together. So I don't know. I think the first thing I want to do is just do a rough guitar take and see how it goes. For me, guitar is probably my favorite instrument to play on. I was realizing too, I probably am going to have to play this with the microphone up here. So it's not going to sound great. And ideally, if I can, I want to put the microphone somewhere in front of the guitar. Like I showed you at the beginning, if you can put it down here in the front, that's ideal. If you have an interface and you can use that, or if you have a USB microphone, you always mic an acoustic guitar at the 12th fret if you have just one microphone. So you'd place it right here and you put it about a foot away so that you get some of the fret noise and some of the strum noise as well. So super important too is you want to be tuned. So I'm going to start out here. I'm going to select a new track. It is a recording. It is a built-in microphone. My headphones are here, and I also want to just make sure my sound preferences are correct. Output is the headphones. Input is external mic, which is what I'm using. I do have ambient noise reduction, which is okay. And then microphone, built-in, input 1, that's all I have. I want to hear my instrument as I play and record. Because I'm wearing headphones, I can do that. If you have a microphone open and you have speakers, the speakers are going to go back into the mic. You're going to get a feedback loop, and it's going to sound horrible. GarageBand might catch that, and it might tell you, hey, feedback. But only hit this button if you have your if you have all that stuff correct. So system settings is where I am for audio. I'm going to hit create, and then I want to label this as I go. So I'm going to also say acoustic guitar, and I'm horrible. There we go. Okay, I'm going to try to play along with this, and we'll see how it goes. If you choose acoustic guitar and like natural stereo, the more stuff you add to it, the more it's going to kind of slow down. So I wouldn't add a whole lot of stuff to this as far as plugins. I don't want the stereo delay. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. And if you want to hear some reverb and echo, you can add those in too while you're doing this. All right, I want to see everything, close all that, let this hear itself, and I've already got a click on my track, so I don't need that. And actually, there's a 4 count before this starts. The song is in E, and I want to make sure my guitar is in tune. This is a tuning fork, so here's the E. And close it. Here we go from the beginning. So I'm going to try to hit that right on, just at least for the first verse. Here we go. You won't maybe hear it.
Lost and broke, I feel like we can't get anywhere. Enough to feel like leaving. Hopeless, but I know that this can't be everything. We don't need this heartbeat. We could break away if you really want to. Hard to keep the pace when you're staring at the sun.
Okay, so I have a verse, I have a chorus. I'm going to turn this down. At this point, I probably, turn the monitoring off. But I would like to listen back on my speakers out here, and you guys should be able to hear it coming through my microphone as well. You won't maybe hear it. Okay. So kind of trim it up as you go. And then something, I don't know if you guys hear it or not, I'm going to mute this track. Listen to this guitar on here as well. I'm going to turn this up a bit. What I hear is this guitar going, and then I hear this. So I'm going to record that part. I'm going to go back to headphones. It'll switch back for me so I can hear everything. I want to hear this guitar play. I want to turn this down a little bit. And on this now, I want to right click, and I want the same exact settings because I'm playing the same exact instrument. So I'm going to do new track with duplicate settings, or that's a right click, or a Command D. So now I have another guitar track. I want to call that guitar 2 and take this back to the beginning. It should be record enabled. I believe it's record enabled. But let me check my input settings. Built-in microphone, no feedback protection. Monitoring, yes. Check 1, 2. All right, I hear it. And all my settings are the same. This is the feedback protection. If you click that, it's gonna turn the volume down in case your speakers are on. And here we go with this guitar part. Let me close this out. You're with me still? You're with me? All right, here we go. So I played a verse and I played a chorus there. Now I am going to add in the guitar parts for, I'm going to hit Command D. I'm going to add in guitar parts of just strumming all of that stuff and make this monitoring and record enable. It'll only record one track at a time on here, so that's another limit that you have with this program. Record level, by the way, you can set to automatic record level, and it'll it'll try to find the right level. It might be doing that. It seems like this thing's moving on me. Try not to record helicopters unless that's part of your song. All right, here we go. This was acoustic guitar 2. We're going to turn this to 3. It's good to play. It's good to play to the reference track because you don't want to mess up. Here we go. Action. All right, let's set the guitar aside. It's a nice guitar. And I'm going to play the sound through the speakers. I've got some takes. They don't have flex timing or flex pitch or flex anything in GarageBand. So, sucks to be me. You can, come in. I'm going to trim off all of these guys so they all start. You can't even do like fades, but you can automate the volume in if you want. I would recommend don't do any automation until the last point of your mix because you don't want to start automating things. Once you automate, you can no longer just like turn up and down the volume. Your automation is stuck once you hit automate. So this is the letter A, by the way, for automation. But I can automate the volume if I want, is what I was saying. If I want this to come in slowly, or if I want, you put rubber bands, I think is what they're called, and then little points where the volume's going to go up, right? So on this guy, watch the fader. But I don't want that. So take that away, Command Z to go backwards. Okay. So now it's just in my headphones. And again, this is the trial and error. You want to just make sure you're only recording, your quiet room and the instrument, the source that you want. You don't want to be recording, the music over and over and over again, or it's going to sound bad. So I made that mistake. I'll go back and fix that later and bring this project back to you guys. But I want to add in the claps. So I'm going to go audio here, mic 1, yeah, built-in mic, yeah, built-in output, create. And it's going to give me just a blank audio track that I will close all that stuff out, leave it up there. All right. I'm going to mute all of these tracks so that I don't hear them. And I'm going to make sure that this is up. So this is going to be claps center. And then I'm going to do claps left and claps right. And you'll see how it'll sound really cool. All right, so you won't be able to hear this right now. So I'm just going to record a 4 count, and then I'm going to do another take, do a 4 count, do another take, do a 4 count. That's it. So here it goes. And hit record. And get away from my hands. Okay, that's good. Now, Command D gives me another track. Mute that one. Make this one claps left. And I'm going to pan it all the way to the left. And I will be off just enough because I'm that good. No, I'll be off just enough where it'll start to sound like stereo claps. It'll start to be kind of cool. All right, here we go. Get away from my hand. Maybe clap in a different place. Okay. Now I can take all of these claps and they are just going to edit them all together. Boom, clap, boom, clap, boom, clap. And it cuts out here. And nicely, it's between all of this. So I can Command T, I hit, select everything, hit Command T, and remove anything that I don't want. And now I'm 99% sure I can put those together. Let me see if I can do this real quick. Command J, mix down audio regions into stereo. Okay, so what I did was I selected those three. One's left, one's right, one's center, and then I hit Command J, and it's going to do a mix down. And now I have all the claps in stereo up there. I can delete these two tracks, and it should be off just enough to sound pretty stereo. Let's hear it. I'm going to mute this. Yeah, so it sounds like a bunch of people clapping. And I'm going to take this all the way to the break. You can either drag from the top to loop it over, or you can hit, I don't know if you can. No, you can't. You can hit copy, and then V, 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 V. Drag it over. Do another one. And then take it over. It's going to paste it wherever the playhead is on the track that's highlighted. And I don't know. Let's take it out there. Put it again here. And I think it right in here is a good spot. Nope. So on to the chorus. All right, so it does. It sounds good. It's on that track. And then there's all kinds of stuff that you can do to make it sound cool. What you'll do is on here, go to this guy, and you can compress it, which is just a quick compress. Play with the EQ a little bit. Maybe you want some of the highs. But then the cool part is you can put some reverb on it. Choose the track. Anyway, I don't think you guys could hear that actually. So I'll probably cut that. So we got the claps, we got the guitar, and then I'm going to start working on some of the MIDI stuff. But I am off and running. Again, big kind of key part in all of this. If you do want to mix down two things that you like, select them, Command J, and do a stereo mix down. If you have two mono tracks, they're muted, so it won't do it right now. And then from there, again, just listen to your reference track, and listen for what it is that the reference track has in it. for instruments, at least at first. And then next week we're going to talk about the mix and how to start mixing all that stuff together. So as this is playing, what do I hear? I hear a big, like, boom, boom, boom. I'm probably going to go back there and hit that like kick drum and record that, into this so that there's like a boom, boom. I've got the claps. And then I may actually go back and record a snare drum on there. I don't think there's any, there might be some hi-hats. I can do that. But it's always easier if you don't have like a really unique sound just to add it into, go up to here and click plus and say, I need a MIDI sound and hit create. And then go ahead and look through. I mean, you've got percussion. I've got stuff in there that I can do, mallets. I've got the electronic drum kits, the 808 here. Again, if you don't have a keyboard that you can play on, open the Boutique 808 and hit Command K. And I'm on solo. You should be able to find some sounds. Boom. Maybe I'll use the 808 bass part. Bum, 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 bum. And then again, as you put the song together, I'm just going to do this real quick. Last thing is that you can turn off your GoPro if it's dying. Is that one still going? You can start to grab sections of your song if they did sound good. So I'm going to mute the Harrison version, and I'm going to say, this is my version. I need that kick. So anyways, but if all of these guitars, if I like them all, select Command T, chops, and just now it's awesome. I can go through my arrangement and I can, trim, and then here's my chorus, and I can trim, and then I have a verse right here again. So go below, grab all those guitars. I think you can hit Option and drag, and now I've just dragged, all of it over there, and now I have my chorus set up there. Then I have the bridge over there, and then I have another chorus right here that I'm coming in, and then the outro. So I've already built all my guitar parts, and at some point I screwed up and recorded the vocal on there, but I'll go back and clean this up a little bit. Does this make sense? Yes, Mr. Barry, it does. There's two little holes right next to the headphone jack on your MacBook Airs, and that's the left and right of your microphones for your computer. So if you don't have a microphone or you don't have headphones like this that have a built-in microphone, you can use that. If you have a USB microphone, that's ideal. If you have a room that's quiet and doesn't have a lot of reverb, that's ideal. But you're just going to start building your project out this week as we get going. And again, anything that you don't record, you can start doing the MIDI for. So let me just show you real quick on that. I'll try to cut this video down. Cut down, and I'm going to say, okay, I want a MIDI keyboard. So I'm going to hit create. I'm going to go to, what I want? I want some... I need you. I need you. Now I know I need you. that was horrible. But, come to the baseline part, double click it, select all, get the notes right on. If you need to transpose them down, right, you can select all and just go there, which that was wrong, but so you're getting your bass in there, and then other instruments that you don't have available. I'll probably play a live bass, but no, I won't. I'll probably play that. Okay, that's it for today. I don't know what if this video is going to be worthwhile. It's probably too long of a video, but hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully you're able to take off and start on your project in GarageBand. Good luck.